Hi, I'm Jeff Nelson of VegSource.com. As many of you know, each year we put on an event here in Southern California called the Healthy Lifestyle Expo. Over 2.5 days, we bring in top experts in the field of health and nutrition to speak on a variety of topics. We do this as part of our mission to bring the best information possible about how to have a healthy, plant-strong lifestyle. We have these talks professionally videotaped so that people who aren't able to enjoy the event live can share in the experience afterwards on DVD. I think you'll enjoy this brief excerpt from the talk of Reverend Hung Shur on the Get Healthy Now Red DVD set.
Custom mandated food choices as much as availability. Some foods were unclean and taboo, and religions had a lot to do with defining what that meant. For example, we eat because we are these people, and we have always eaten that way. Buddhists ate harmlessly because of ahimsa, out of compassion. Hindus had sacred cows they didn't eat. Jews observed a kosher diet. So religion intersected with food choices to a great extent in defining who we were. As much as we identified with that particular tribal theology, for example, we could be more or less observant as Jews, then that's had a lot to do with the food choices that we made. Now, I'm suggesting that we're in a different time and space now in the 21st century. People have to eat. What we choose is really who we are. Now in the 21st century, particularly in California, and I understand that a lot of us are not, we come to VegSource from all over the country, including China and other places. So we have the biggest choice of food selection in history. What is shaping our choices now? Interesting to think about that. So we become what we behold. The stories we tell ourselves as we grow up answer the question, who am I? The question is, what are those stories? Where do we learn those stories? Well, for example, when I grew up in the Midwest, it was important to get your buck. Anybody from Wisconsin, Ohio, Indiana, Missouri, so forth, Kentucky, West Virginia, you got to get your buck. That determines. And if you've got 8 points, this is a West Texas buck, by the way. That's a sign of graduation into some sort of manhood. But what kind of story are we telling ourselves? Now, this is an old story. This is an ancient story. It's told in every culture. It goes way back. There are pictures of Assyrian king Assurbanipal on his charger, arrowing bucks, arrowing deer. And in England, people know there's fox hunting. You can almost tell that the fox is hunting here, different kind. And how old, how ancient is the impulse to hunt? You can see it goes very far back to perhaps our primate beginnings, if you appreciate that source of our human story. So for me, as a kid growing up, I was talking to Rip and saying, I was watching Rip teach the kids in Pennsylvania about being plant strong. Have you seen that video? It's on the VegSource website. All the kids come out, I'm an athlete and I'm a smoker, but I sure can't do as many push-ups as this plant eater can. You know, it's a great video. I recommend it. So the question for me, as I was telling Rip growing up, was, how can I be strong? What is strong? And the stories that I was told, the way I discovered what strength was, came from a variety of sources. This was one of the earliest. James Bond. Ian Fleming was big when I was a teenager coming into strength. And Kiss Kiss Bang Bang was one definition of strength. And the media would tell you that's it. Here's another one. I come from a long line of Ohio State legacies. And while this is not Woody Hayes, that's the Bucks taking the field, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And this was a place where your manhood was tested. That's the Buckeye Stadium, and this was definitely a way to define who I was. This was another one, and I look back on this image of manhood with a a real mixture of love and dismay, because John Wayne was quite a wholesome individual and lived well, and many people think that worldwide that this defines a man. The cowboy ethos. Life is tough. It's tougher if you're stupid. You know, this is the kind of sound. And what do you want me to do? Draw you a picture? That's the kind of the energy that John Wayne's persona on the silver screen defined manhood for a lot of people in my generation, worldwide, I might think. Here he is. He's as tough as his saddle. He listens to no man. He follows his own instincts, and if you cross him and you're wrong, he'll shoot you. You know, this is one of our ethos growing up. And when it blends into food choices, it gets really subtle. Any of you have a John Wayne lunchbox? My Mickey Mouse lunchbox went to John Wayne lunchbox. You know, so pretty soon we're thinking, how does a cowboy eat? Well,
This is just a short excerpt from a presentation on the Get Healthy Now Red DVD set. This DVD set contains a total of 12 fascinating talks on 3 DVDs, over 13 hours of information in all. The talks include Dr. Matthew Lederman on navigating through health and medical misinformation. Learn how to avoid being misled by pharmaceutical studies in order to make decisions based on reality. Dr. Joel Fuhrman gives 2 talks, Metabolism and Hunger, which shows you how to lose weight easily and permanently, and Longevity and Cancer Prevention, how to protect yourself from the toxic environment. Dr. John McDougall presents a research update, Diet, Multiple Sclerosis, and Autoimmune Diseases, on how to prevent and reverse arthritis, MS, type 1 diabetes, and other autoimmune diseases. And Dr. McDougall gives a second talk called The Starch Solution, documenting how the optimum human diet for thousands of years has been, and today continues to be, based on starchy foods. Jeff Novick presents Healthy Living Made Easy, How to Succeed Without Trying, providing practical tips and information for easily and effortlessly adopting a health-promoting diet. Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn presents Ending the Coronary Disease Epidemic and shares for the first time the impressive results of hundreds of patients in his private practice who have successfully followed his heart disease reversal program over many years. Rip Esselstyn presents Plant Strong, Taking It to the Next Level, sharing the secrets of Plant Strong success that many leaders of industry and sports legends have used as the cornerstone for their robust health. John Robbins presents Antidote to a Mean World, revealing fascinating information about his famous family and uplifting stories of transformation and hope. Reverend Hung Shur presents I Am What I Eat, Meeting Myself at Mealtime, examining historical dietary traditions of different peoples and how culture and media influence the food choices we all make. There's also a lively panel discussion with experts taking questions from the audience, as well as cooking demos from our cooks presenting easy, delicious, and nutritious recipes. Most doctors recommend prescriptions and procedures, which for the most part just mask or delay your inevitable decline from chronic illnesses. The medical experts on Get Healthy Now Red DVD give you practical information and education so you can take charge of your health yourself and actually save yourself from serious diseases. The Red DVD contains 12 talks on 3 DVDs, over 13 hours of critical health information. If you purchased each talk individually, you could spend $240 to get this life-saving information, but the Get Healthy Now Red DVD is only $89.95, including shipping. This information could save you thousands, perhaps tens of thousands of dollars in medical bills and help ensure you have the best chance of a healthy, happy life throughout your life. Don't let poor health control you. Make sure you have the latest information to get and stay healthy always. Go to VegSource.com and click on Store and buy a copy of Get Healthy Now Red DVD today.